For 70 million years, the forest waited. Then man sought refuge among its towering trees, for he was life that sought the sunrise in the eternal forest. The forest provided us with the substance of life. It was at once protector and tormentor, for in it dwelled imaginary spirits and demons that preyed upon our innocence. But in all there was a harmony, a balance in the scheme of things. And as we grew in understanding, our fears dissolved in the vapors that prompted them. So we ventured forth to mingle forever with the elements. Some left the old world seeking new lands. They left behind their homes to rove where the river leads. They were led across the seas to a strange, wooded continent. Columbus said of the landfall that stretched before him, it was a dark forest of tall, straight trees stretching to the stars, with leaves never shed, that stood like a curtain of mystery at the head of the beach. Trees as far as the eye could see. Then the building of a nation began. Beyond that hill, beyond that mountain, across this sea of grass, always another woodland to clear for crops and home sites. Settlers came seeking hope for tomorrow, and the harsh land met them with stern reality. But here in this new world, we pushed on toward far and sunny lands across the plains west of the Spinal River. Some were never to see beyond that hill. Others built towns, took from the earth, until the people and their buildings surrendered to the sterility they had created. But wood had served them well. It had provided for the necessities of life and the requirements of death. But we had taken too much without giving in return. We had not yet learned from the tragedies in our own past. Mediterranean forests had perished before the birth of Christ. The axe had claimed the woods of northern Europe before Rome's legions left the field with dusty drums. In North Africa, the desert advanced almost 1 mile a year. Here in our own land, we had dangerously upset nature's balance, and the scarred earth had taken its silent revenge. At the turn of the century, we began to realize that our fate is linked to that of the very earth we inhabit. In the beginning, we were a small part of nature. We were captives of our environment. But as the nation grew, we thought less to dominate, more to adapt. It became necessary for us to understand the life-giving cycle of the tree. We saw the forest as a field of endless battle. Disease and death were here long before we touched the land, for nature is both creator and assassin. All life is controlled by natural laws. They play their part in a world of delicate balances. And so here amongst the trees where we began, we established living laboratories to regain the precious balance between ourselves and our surroundings. Forestry became a science, a profession freed from ancient fables. No longer did we hang dead owls in trees to ward off hail or bleed our trees to stay disease. No longer could we depend on the cruel cycle of natural selection. American foresters began to help nature in her struggle to perpetuate her own kind. We were capable of rebuilding, and we did. In the 30s, the Civilian Conservation Corps put nearly 1 billion seedlings in the ground. Today, more trees are planted than are harvested. Timber is a crop, essential for our survival, a crop to be cultivated and harvested with care. In the Douglas fir country, this type of harvesting is essential for a new crop. Young trees cannot survive in the darkness, the shadows of old-growth trees. They must have sunlight, warm soil, a place where they can thrive without competition. And they do. In the southern part of the country, a new crop covers the tired land. Sturdy pines to boost the economy, to reclaim the soil for the people. But more than this, wood brought prosperity to forgotten towns. The tree has served us well. Trained hands fashioned the product of man's imagination, and the forest lives on in infinite forms. past is gone forever, but the future is still our own. But what of the future? The forest scientist no longer studies his subjects from a single perspective. Keeping pace with modern technology, he continues to expand his laboratory and his knowledge. By understanding the processes of growth, by ascending into the treetops where we began, foresters continue to develop a sensitivity to this world in which we live. They realize that we draw our strength from the earth, even as the tree draws its own life. Today we have a greater knowledge of our material and aesthetic needs and a deeper understanding of our natural world. With understanding, we find solitude in nature's presence. Some challenge the power of their land. But nature's beauty stands as a common inspiration to all. It is by contact with the eternal forest that we are reminded of our own past. The foundations of the human future must rest on the bed